Loading up, it's going to be a Detroit Hardpoint in our losers bracket final. The winner of this best of 7 will be going up against Upton Gaming later on in the day in their grand final. For now, though, we're going to throw it over to our casters for the game, Mr. X and Maven.
Thank you, Ben. Let's get it going, Matt. This is going to be a spectacular series. Now, we were looking at the matchup. Yep. You and I casted this. It was what, winners round 2. Yep. Talk me through this. What are they going to be playing? What repeats?
We're going to see Game 3, it's a Biolab uplink. We saw that in the first series. eLevate took that 8-6. And then Game 5 in S&D Detroit, which eLevate also took 6-1. So 2 maps coming over from the last series. I don't think it's going to be too big of a factor because this looks like a different Denial team today.
It does, it does. But if it comes down, Game 5 could very well be a decider game. Like, that could be a clinching game, and they crushed them. That one wasn't even close. The rest of the games were pretty back and forth, if I remember right. That was the one that was really a blowout, though.
But start things off here, it's going to be the hard point on Detroit. You have 12 seconds left on this first hill. Denial getting out to that early lead, and I think the team hit it right on the head. You're going to see the verticality from Hook really be a problem for this eLevate lineup.
Yeah, he's been going nuts all weekend long, just been playing out of his mind. We're going to rotate it over to Green, and Classic coming in and picking up 3. He's 5-4. The early rotation just gets dominated here by Denial.
When I interviewed Slasher, I asked, what has he brought to this lineup that they didn't have before? And just a lot of slaying power, a lot of aggression. And Classic's one of the most confident guys I've ever met. I mean, he is not afraid of any moment. He will challenge just about any gunfight. Could be good, could be bad, but you saw Hook on the hill there. Classic gonna take it over for him as Denial extends this lead even further. eLevate's got to break this, get some time here, Maven, or else it's gonna get out of hand.
Yep, 25 seconds here, and they're holding. You see the top spawn coming in, top left of the map, so back alley, gonna get hit in a second here. No one really watching it. I don't think Temp was ready for it, as he's going to end up getting picked off. Slack and crew able to come in, but not a ton of time left. There he is, able to take out Hook as well. So Slack gonna try and soak up some time. It's just really gonna be garbage. But the big thing is yet another rotation coming in here. Denial gonna be set up pretty well in Garage.
Yeah, and I believe Slasher at the bottom of the minimap is gonna have a few big gunfights. See Temp assisting him over here at mid-Atlas, but Slasher's the key. He's gonna fall. Saints picking him up should be eLevate able to control the spawns. You see Saints pick up 2 in the kill feed. You see the Floods start to come in, and look how far the guys on Denial are spawning out. But there's 3 kills, all 4 dead for eLevate. A huge hold out of Temp and Classic there. Clutch plays out of them, and that is not what you want if you're an eLevate fan. I mean, they get the spawns, they have a great opportunity to flood, and it's basically 2 guys holding off all 4.
And Temp, he's transitioned to more of a sub player in recent months, and we've been seeing him just do absolute work with it here this weekend. Gonna hop on board though with Slack. He's trying to bust in. He's 9-6, able to pick up a kill. Let's see if the eLevate boys are gonna be able to hold. They're trailing right now by about 50 points. We've got 15 seconds left before any kind of rotation. That's Temp coming in the window. Yet another 2-piece for him. He's 10-5. I swear all 10 of those kills are 5 different 2-pieces. He's just going off in multiple.
I feel like they're all around this hill as well. I mean, we saw him at mid-Atlas at the beginning, and then him and Classic able to make that hold. It's going to be eLevate in control of this back yellow hill. Let's see how Denial elects to break this. Going to try and pinch. You have 1 player in the front picking up a kill. That's Classic. Slack trapped with a teammate in window room. Not the best idea to play 2 players in there.
That worked out horribly.
And that was probably, well, Maven, in a very tiny square room, you should probably not put 2 of your players who have only 1 doorway to walk out.
I think half his ASM1 clip went into the back of his teammate and then into the wall. Not able to pick up any kills, and that's going to be several coming in here for the side of eLevate. Octane now on a 3 streak. He's trying to hold him with a bow. Nice headshot there before he's taken out by the young player Hook. 6.5 left to go. 25 seconds left on the hard point. Slack gets 1. Can he get 2? He saw him dive in, dashes across. Nice 2-piece there out of Slack, and they're trying to mount the comeback, but he needs a little bit of help. He was really the last man standing.
They haven't got a good chunk of time here, though. They rotated early, and I would love to know how much time exactly, but it feels like maybe only 10 to 15 seconds they added on in this hill, and they're going to need a massive comeback here in the second rotation of hills. We've seen it before. We're still going to go to school, obviously, before we start the rotation again. We've seen comebacks like this before, not likely, though.
I think out of, obviously the first one not counting, out of the 4 hard points you could rotate for, it was pretty split. Denial rotated early twice, eLevate rotated early twice, but every time eLevate got set up early, Denial just broke it so quickly. eLevate was not able to do the same in my eyes.
And I think that's a testament to some of the teamwork that we've seen Classic and Hook, build over the last few weeks. They've only been teaming 2-3 weeks at the most, but they do a great job baiting and switching for each other, putting pressure on at the same exact time, but just like that, eLevate picking up a lot of time here on school, doing a nice job fending it off. They can make this an interesting game going into the second half. Firmly believe they are capable of coming back.
Yeah, and you need Haley to pick it up a bit. He's 8-19 right now. You got 3 of the young guns in Call of Duty in here. You got Hook and Temp on Denial. They're both having excellent games. TJ on the other side on eLevate struggling a bit. He's 8-20. He does have 4 captures, but he's not going to be able to have a game like that
I would
right
say
now.
Plays a much different role than Temper.
Absolutely. But
so you're not going to see him put numbers.
You don't want to
like
be, in between double and triple negative though in a hard point. That's going to be very tough to get the W. But here we go. Second side of hard point's going to be set up here in the central box. Octane trying to get some cover their front mid steps. Not going to be able to pick him up. Classic's going to be your man, the hard point. He has one right now. Going to get peeked from, I believe, bottom door in steps. He will be taken out as their advantage here starting to grow.
Every time we go on with Hook, you see how he's just up in the air, playing that vertical game. It's something that eLevate hasn't played against. I mean, obviously, besides the series against Denial earlier, but today they haven't played. OG likes to stay on the ground more. Hook gives them some trouble sometimes with the verticality, but
look
now
at
eLevate going against him. They can't find him. I mean, they can't track this guy down. Unbelievable play. Just jumps over another one. They cannot even put shots into him.
He's like a little jackrabbit, just hopping around. Hood coming up with play after play, 22-16 on a 5 streak, leading his team in captures as well at 7. 4 minutes left to go. He's going to end up falling, but Temp will be in the hard point. What a run there we saw from Hood.
That just goes to show how special of a player he is.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't see many players, Royalty, Jerd, able to move like that. Hook, one of the real special players in Call of Duty.
And this is Slasher. He's got his work cut out for a mid-street. He's trying to cut off the rotation as they potentially try to push back alley. He's able to pick up one before following. Tim gets one as well. The man in the hard point is going to eventually pick it up as well. It's going to be Hook gets one. His teammate Classic also picks up another, and they're trying to lock this down. They're up 80 or so points. This is impressive stuff here out of Denial. This is not what we saw to start the series. They got mollywopped in the first game by eLevate in the previous Winners Round 2 series.
No way. And that was a Denial team that was 16-0 map count.
Exactly, right?
Which you would have expected to come in and dominate this eLevate squad. eLevate obviously having a fantastic weekend. Coming into this one, I think everyone at home probably would have said, eLevate played a great series against OG. Just not enough firepower. You see a 4 dead. Or eLevate Denial just absolutely cruising right now, Maven. But this Denial squad, if you saw them the first day, they looked lights out.
Yeah, and this is what we're seeing again. Now they're looking lights out, but again, not when they played them last time. We casted again. You casted the first series with me. What is the biggest difference here? Why do you think this is such a difference here? I know we're 1 game in, but this is just flipped on its head from game 1 of the previous series. What stands out for you?
It looks like Friday Denial. I mean, quite frankly, this looks like the Denial.
You don't put it on the 13 and 31? I mean, that's struggle city to some degree.
I mean, look at the other side. You have Hook 32-21, Classic with a nice game, 26-22, 7 caps. You have Slasher doing a nice job with the bow, and then Temp, he's kind of changing roles a little bit, running the ASM1.
But we've seen him have big 2-piece after 2-piece throughout this.
Big plays, holding down Garage. This game has just been blown open by Denial.
Great stuff early by Denial as they have just come out and completely taken advantage of this eLevate side as we'll watch to see them look to close it out here. But right now, eLevate picking up as much time as they can. They've got Garage held. They're able to get the trash time here. About 10 seconds left on it. We'll see. They're going to have to really, in order to come back in this one, they would just have to have a string of, the final 2 hard points would have to be absurd. It'd be lights out from them.
And the fight's going down at yellow already. You see kills being exchanged. TJ trying to fend off players from Denial pushing in, and yet again, 2 players of eLevate still stuck in the doorway. They're going to bait and switch here. They're going to pick up these kills. Now, in control of the hard point, they need to take a full 60 here, Maven, to even make this close going down to the wire.
Well, there's one. Can he get a second? Not able to keep that free fire going and pick up the second kill. Octane's got his work cut out for him as well. He'll get 2 before he is going to fall. They're still up about 70 or so points here, and taking a look at it, you got 90 seconds left on the clock. There's not a whole lot here that Denial has to do.
eLevate slaying them out, though, here in this back alley, Maven. They are not getting close to the hill at all.
They're doing what they can.
Yeah,
they're giving themselves a chance going into the final hard point. It's just Denial, unfortunately for them, has a little bit of time to spare.
Oh, absolutely. Denial has a lot of time to play with, and you see Break coming in there. Classic with Hook. Hook goes all the way around the back. Just the way you want to break hills. Pinch. You don't want to flood from one side when you're trying to break. You see Slack jumping in, picking up one. Not able to pick up a second one. That would have been a big kill. Buy themselves a little bit more time, but
that's going to be it there.
Yeah, you have eLevate. They've rotated towards school, but it's not going to be enough.
So, valiant effort by eLevate trying to come back over the final couple of hard points. We're going to see, I'm not sure if it's, kind of a slow start by TJ this eLevate side, or if this is Denial what we expected. Again, they start out 16-0. Maybe, when you have those times, you see a team where they're rolling. Just rolling, but they haven't really played that good a competition. The first time they play a team that's on par with them, they just kind of get crushed. But now they kind of have a second go. They're able to take them on again. You got to give them better odds here, I guess.
You would think so. eLevate just suffered a pretty bad loss, though. Those few maps were pretty close, and OG started game momentum, really put it on towards the end, and now coming in, getting beat bad like this in game number 1, Not good for the confidence of the young players on eLevate. Gotta see how they bounce back in game 2.
And this is the performance you want to see out of 10 captures, 39 and 31, putting on a show. He's been so consistent. I think there's been maybe 1 or 2 games where he's been maybe around even. The rest of them, he's just been crushing all weekend.
He's been so consistent the whole year. Not
Really?
even talk
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
just the weekend. I
He
mean,
hasn't really
I
had
can't
a bad
think of-
event, has he?
I can't think of many games where he's had a bad one, and he just absolutely dominates game 1. Like you said, 39-31, 10 caps. Classic also, 36 and 32, 10 caps to his name. Both those guys. That's the difference with this Denial team coming in this event. Both those guys picking up tons of kills, putting pressure on your hill. It's a tough thing to deal with.
All right, well, game 1 in the books. Coming up next is going to be S&D on Solar. Quick commercial break. Tweet the stream. We'll be right back.